Call me champagne poppy, I link up with jabs and I go get toppy.
It started with the introducing show.
Call me champagne poppy, I link up with slims and I go get toppy.
And then from then on, it just went on to the no hooks.
When I slide around with so big one, man, they putting holes in brick walls.
They're like the storytellers of like different hoods and walkthroughs in neighborhoods of different rappers, whatnot, which is some real rap.
Wing with tight, smoke on the roads on a drive-by. It's Gucci fab when we step, man, all the birds and fly by.
And then from the no hooks, Coldest Bars season 1. Yo, what you saying, my guy?
I ain't in the club, I like to pop bottles, so prefer to spend money on weed. I don't do no fours, but I'm down for the cause. Pop a Zan if you're drinking codeine. Rally on road, I'm hitting the back, slap in the face, tell her focus on me. In large amounts, I spit in her mouth, eyes rolling back when I'm digging it deep. Listen.
What's up, my bros? You good, yeah? How you doing, man? Good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you, bro.
Look, if I break her back, she gon' feel this right. If she ate a rack, I would make it back to go shard and dig her spine. If she make it clap, but she ain't a tap. When I drip, I'm aiming right. One fake attack when I play the track, like some grapes gon' feel this wine.
Nice to meet you, Kelly.
Pleasure. Hello.
What's up, bro? Good, yeah?
This most recent Coldest Bars series, they've been really specific and quite finite about the people that they've brought into the scene. They're platforming like strong talent that's like in the Midlands and out of the outer areas, different styles, different genres that they've handpicked.
I told bro, I'm winning. Any beat, any genre, I'm killing.
Yeah, man. We're recording a Coldest Bars, you get me? We're gonna make it lit, you feel me?
It'd be really easy for someone like Ray to just go and pick like a handful of just all these gritty, cruddy drillers promoting just like negativity in certain environments, and I think it's showing small kind of urban music platforms that like you can diversify away from the trends, and you can diversify away from like what's seen as like the hype or like the bait kind of clout, and I think it reflects like a lot of integrity in terms of like what they do as a studio.
You thought I was capping? Never miss a job, I never lacking. I got the record to the real beats, I'm just packing. I ain't rapping any shit, that's when they telling that I'm jacked. I'm so boring every song that they be dropping, they be dragging, and they always be offbeat. It's like every time that they hop on the instrument, they like just book a session with me, and I sure wanna be spazzing, bro. Damn it. I used to be trash, I admit it.
So, where did you learn to do all this, Ian? Like, you know, because I must have taken the piss. I'm full-time freelance videographer, editor, that's what I do. Obviously, like, this is just like one of the other projects that I'm involved with. So I've been doing this, like, you know, practicing as a filmmaker since I was a teenager, since I was like at sixth form, like 15, 16, that's when I first started it.
I told bro, I'm winning. Any beat, any genre, I'm killing. Designer from head to my toe, I be dripping. I flew out all over the world, I be living. My dripping so fine that my clothes I be sniffing. You thought this a pity, you thought she was tripping. I wonder why when she came back she was zipping. Can't miss like I'm pimping. No, whoosh.
So it's obviously been like a transformational journey, like, you know, to Coldest Bars. Like it's great that you're kind of documenting it as well on the walls, and you know, as an artist coming in, you know, you can see the progression you've done, which is fucking like fantastic. So where did all of this come from? Did this start as a uni project, like Ray Sessions?
Yeah, man, it actually started as a uni project, and you know, from then on it just continued on forward, because you know, when you see tractions, you only just continue it. Didn't really seem like work because I love it. Yeah. And you know, just go from one to A to B to B to C and so on and so forth, and then boom. Well, 3 years in now, we're here.
3 years in, man. And now you've like made
4 years.
Before?
The fourth year?
4 years, I think.
29. Yeah, yo, time flies fast, you know.
Yeah, it does, man. It does, man.
Listen, I'm almost touching 30 now.
Nah, that's awesome, man. And like, how did you guys meet? Like, all of yous?
So I knew first since college. It was literally just like the friend group, innit? It was just like, HQ though we knew for a couple of years now. Like, he's just reached out to us a few years back, and then since then we just started working, man. Great engineer, man. And very good good chap, good lad, you know what I'm saying?
I think it's really phenomenal, the team you put together. Like, when I walked in here, it's just like a fucking party going on, man. You know, it's like a house on fire. Everyone's laughing, you know, jokes, and it's an energy. And I can imagine as an artist walking who might not be feeling a bit nervous doing their first track or whatever, you know, they feel very welcome, feel very comfortable.
That's exactly what we thought. With like a lot of people I've noticed, especially doing like rap, drill, they feel like uncomfortable to open up about, you know, the real stuff that's in their heart, whatnot, what they want to talk about. So we thought, like, how can we make them feel welcome? And then that's where the idea came from with the slides. We're like, you only feel comfortable like in slides when you're there and you're, you know what I'm saying, in your 110s, constantly just on, you know what I'm saying? You're feeling like stressed, you're feeling
tension.
like tension is there. But then when you take it off and you put the slides on, you're thinking, you know what? I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
That they're able to keep that attention in the building. As opposed to like think what's going on outside, which allows them to focus and actually, you know, communicate. Yeah, again, the key word, communication skills. You get me? Communicate with the engineer, with the producer, boom, and actually speak out what they want. Bro, I want this type beat. Then Faz's like, oh, I actually ain't got none of that. And then he just opens his phone and just swiftly
does his magic.
And then he just plays a beat and the guy's like, yo, this is hard. And then Faz's like, nah. And then in the end, it's like, yeah, this is hard, like sick, man.
Actually, I like to touch on that. So obviously with the Coldest Bars process, you know, you pick your artists, they come down, and then Faz, you build the beat with them, don't you?
Yeah. So yeah, literally that. Just like any regular cook-up session. So I always feel like the best music is made from scratch when you're with that person, because you can truly get a vibe of the room, the situation, just what that person's going through, what both people go through. Because really, I always say the best advice I give to like an artist is find your producer, because that's how you truly create your own sound.
So do you disagree with like doing YouTube type beats? Or?
No, it's not a case I don't disagree with it, but I feel like really to get to the next level, you got to create your own sound. You want something that's different.
It stands out.
You don't need to be. I always say like I'm not necessarily looking for the hardest rapper. Yeah, but I'm always looking for someone who's different.
Yes.
You could be the sickest drill artist, but if you sound like everyone else,
you're not
then
standing
it
out.
doesn't really matter.
So okay, I'm a brand new artist, fresh off the thing. Yeah. How do I go about finding the producer for me? Like, what other things I should look for that?
Book your session.
Put your session with studio first. No, but really and truly, you know what? Go out, go to events, go to like music events, go to like if you've got like people, if you're at school, if you're at college, and there's people that do music, go see what they're saying. Yeah, that's how me and Mike met.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean,
it's all networking.
It's literally, and you know what? I kind of like when I first started making, because I've been making beats for a while. When I first started making beats, I was so my mindset was so like, oh, I forget what's the point like working locally when I can send my beats to like America. I feel like, yo, if I keep doing this and keep sending these emails out, one day Kanye West is going to pick it up or something like that. Do you know what I mean? But it's understanding that really and truly I felt that the most progress I made when it came to music was when I started like tapping into like working with people locally. When I started working with a Mandem or working with people around the city, that's when like I truly started, things started to happen.
The momentum started in the right way.
And it was my dad telling me that. Because my mind was so set on like, nah, this is the way to do it. We've got the internet now, you know what I mean? We're not back in the day now. I can talk to these people and I can email these people.
Across the world,
exactly. I'm thinking that's the route, when really truly, you want to create something. You want to conquer your city before you think about conquering the world, you know what I mean?
I mean, I feel like you boys have definitely done that. Like, I've seen so much stuff on socials about race sessions, loads of artists, you know, it's like a spider web. You know, it all kind of links back to Mr. CEO boss here, do you know what I mean?
Thank you, man. What can I say, man? I guess what I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
We're just trying to be ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And Coldest Bars is our creme de la creme.
Your expression.
It's our way to express, you know what I mean? And this is where we collaborate with different artists within our network. You know, we primarily try to base them to be not from London and to make them artists that we put on to be there from Coventry or other areas, you know? However, you know, like I spoke to you before, season 3, we really ventured out and, you know, tapped into international target audiences. And I'm Polish, man. I'm European, bro. And I see the amount of talent that artists are here, but they got a completely different audience, not like UK audience. And so tapping into that market, I feel like is the way forward for me, because it just makes sense. I connect so easily with people who are international.
Do you feel like it's this kind of divide, like it's London and then everywhere else, like everywhere, everything just kind of gets outshined by London, and you think there should be more of a presence in this line of?
You know, I would have thought that was the case, but I don't think that's the case anymore, because like even when you look at GRM or like Mixtape Madness, like the 2 major platforms and Link Up, of course, getting a lot of international artists on there as well. Plus they're getting getting like, you know, people like Hazy from like Liverpool. Do you know what I'm saying? They're getting like, you know, premieres with H, etc. Do you know what I'm saying? So they are getting artists from
Different
the
cities,
north
yeah,
and whatnot. And obviously Parsley is another great example. J1 as well. Do you know what I'm saying? Constantly like, obviously these guys are from Cov. Boom. So like you can see that these platforms are venturing out and they want to work with them. And it's just like a question you ask yourself, what makes me someone that the big platforms want to work with? And when you actually look down and break it down, it's like these artists put so much work on themselves and they grow their own audience, and it makes sense for the platform to actually reach out to them. Because if you're, let's say,
I hear what
if you have the mindset like, yo, you're the best, cool, but then you don't want to collaborate with nobody around, then how are you going to build your own foundation? You have to put out content first.
Yeah, and so would that go into your selection process, for example, for Coldest Bars? Like,
Definitely.
The requirements. Yeah,
definitely. It's like, it's not something you can pay for first and foremost. So like,
yeah, that guys, you can't pay for it. Can't pay to get on there.
It's more than money, bro.
Yeah.
Even has a price, just saying.
Not work for free out here.
But nah, man, obviously like what I believe the key is just like finding someone that's just really authentic, like someone that's just genuinely cold and he's growing and he doesn't see this as an opportunity as the only way. He's still growing, and that could just be like a bonus, like, oh, me and you collaborate, that's gonna be extra for you and extra for us, and that's just gonna be like
win-win.
a win-win-win scenario. And
I
this is the kind of mindset that we always go, you know, when we reach out to the artists, and you know, every single time the conversations that we have, the whole process, because it's like, it's not just like we just cook up and that's it.
That's it, yeah.
It's like,
go our separate ways.
First of all, like we cook up, you know, we have a conversation, we'll make the beat, then he writes his bars, or she writes her bars, whatnot.
So you're building a relationship with, like, I guess your
it's what you call like a creative. Yeah, it's like you're building your creative relations. You know what I'm saying? You know, you get to know that person more. You build credibility in a sense, like, or you actually see behind the scenes of what makes them a great artist, and it's just like, raw. That's hard. Like I rate the message what you got. I rate what you're trying to do.
Yes.
You really get to see who the artists are, and that's why, like, do you know what I mean? A lot of people message me like, yo, let me jump on this freestyle Coldest Bars thing. Trust me, I'll shell it. And I'm like, bro, like, thank you for your interest. Like, if you want to be featured on the platform, you know, we have something simple to jump on at the start to introduce you to our network. For example, Ray on the Run. Do you know what I'm saying? You just get the little Ray on the Run mic. Boom, you think of your concept, and then we film the live freestyle performance at your chosen location.
Yes, yeah.
It's a great way, but a lot of people, they just find it like, this guy's just disregarding me. This guy's just like rejecting me. And I feel that energy, I feel that energy on the message when I don't get a reply back, and then I'm just like, is what it is.
But you don't want to work with people like that though, because people like that, they just want the shortcut, they're like, I want to just write one rap song and be praised. I'm like the next Eminem. Do you know what I mean? They don't understand the process, the hours, the days, the nights, grinding, trying to
100%.
sharpen your skill and make it better and better and better. And it's for it to be like identified by people like you to give you the opportunity.
It really shows who's serious about their thing and who just wants a shortcut, like you said.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I'm an artist myself, and when I used to like reach out to like platforms, like, for example, back in the day, I never used to get responses. And I was just like, I never used to get responses. But if I was given like, yo, bro, like, cool, we can't feature you on this, but we could do this, that, and the other. I would have been like, you know what? I appreciate that someone took time to reply to me.
Exactly.
It puts a little bit of value, and that's why when, you know, we built Ray Sessions here, that's one of the key things. Like, we wanted to make sure that the customer service is pristine. It's like, cool, maybe like based on the ability that you have at the moment, right? We can't feature you there. However, it doesn't mean that we don't want to work with you, because everybody changes, everybody grows, and we all learn from each other. So who knows, maybe you're going to be the guy that's going to put me on in 10 years or 20 years.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, I don't like to say no to people. I'd rather just say, cool, if that's not the way that I'd want to work, but if you're serious about working, boom, we could do this and that. And believe me, like, if you're serious about yourself, these things are going to make you grow and make you become the better version, a better artist you are. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. It's, I think, building trust with you, the brand, and or for example, the artist, like building that trust, building the credibility, building that relationship, and helping them cultivate their ability, making them better, and then when they kind of get ready for it, then you put them on. And I like what you were saying there, because most kind of big platforms, if you ain't got 500k and a blue tick, they ain't fucking with you, and they don't have that kind of ladder to like get up to like potentially doing a daily duppy, for example.
That's true. However, I cannot blame them, because you got to look at it like it's all about the money.
Yeah,
and,
of course.
when you get to a certain stage, like it has to make sense business wise. And I completely understand that, which something I never understood when I was younger, and I used to have like this frustration. But then when I obviously like opened my mind, and as I grown older, and then I understood business world a bit more, I was like, you know what makes sense? What would they benefit from working with me? Nothing, mate. I would benefit everything.
Do you know what that is? It's value exchange. That is everything. It's in friendships, relationships, business relations. It's that I have something to bring to the table, and you have something to bring to the table, or like you may not have something equally as big, but you might have something to bring down the line.
I find valuable.
Exactly. It's an exchange. You know what I mean?
100%. And that's why I think for a lot of smaller or less established artists, is key to what Faz was saying. Instead of thinking like, I'm going to work with just the creme de la creme of the artists in America, or just London or Manchester, whatnot. Bro, just work with the guy that's in your city that's making noise, bro. That's just dropped the new video last week, and then he's dropping a vlog this Friday. Do you know what I'm saying? This is just an
stepping stones, man. Yeah,
this is just an example for just work with the people that's around you, because that's what gonna make you grow your audience and capture your audience. Because let's say you might have 10 fans, I have 5 fans. If we make something together, that's already 15 people watching our shit.
Yeah, that's facts.
And then from there, there's going to be friends of those people, and so on and so forth. As breaking it down to the nitty gritty, that's what it is. It's literally just like growing it, and that's how you grow. Like you said, you bring this to the table, I bring this to the table, and it grows, and so on and so forth.
Yeah. Has there ever been a coldest bars, either you guys have made, and you've been for like, nah, this ain't it, and chucked it?
How's that?
When it comes to the coldest bars, because there has been coldest bars that we've recorded and we've not put out there, but that was for other reasons. Like there was reasons like, right now, like we couldn't film the video, artists are busy.
Yeah, of course.
Etc. etc. Communication just stopped. It was just like, boom, not now. Then one guy's like, I really want to change the song. We think it's hard. It was completely something unique, but he wanted something different. So we respect that. That's fine. Next time. Do you know what I mean? Whenever there's an opportunity, we'll work. I don't know. What else you got to say to that, Faz?
Nah, I'm not saying anything. I'm good. I'm good.
No one about no names. Yeah. That's no.
Yeah, man. So nah. We never had like a coldest bars that was like this is tragic.
I think that
it was always like, yo, this is hard. I think I was always surprised, like positively than negatively. You know what I'm saying? I was always like, right, I never expected this. This is way harder than I thought.
Envisioned, yeah. I think that kind of falls back onto your principle of, cultivating the right talent to come onto your platform and being very like surgically specific on, I want them. You know what I mean? Where did your love for like wanting to help people come from? Because I think it's more than just making ice big. I feel like you genuinely want to have a positive force on the world. Where does that come from?
Comes from my heart, man.
Comes from your heart, yeah. Simple as that.
What do you want to say, bro?
No. But I feel like does that? Have you had any experiences though that like make you feel like you want to help people?
Remember, this started as a uni project, so
that's what I mean. Yeah.
When it just started as a uni project, like I was not serious at uni. I just wanted to have a good time, respectfully. Yeah. However, when this came about, I was already doing music myself anyway. So when we started having the sessions for the final major project in a studio in Birmingham in Smethick, big up Don Ritchie's studio, it really just showed me like how a professional studio is run. You know what I'm saying? This is a good vibe, good atmosphere, but also work gets done. And I was like, you know what, Faz? It's like, that's sick. We came across talent, undeniable, raw talent.
Yeah.
So we said, you know what? We're saying like, after all the cameras being shut off, you want to go studio, just cook up. Cool. So we started going like Pirate Studios. We start, like 12 hours in Pirate Studios. It was a thing back in 2019.
Obviously, just shout out Rem and Slim. Sorry, they're the people that we went pirate with.
Okay.
Like the first people that I personally like was proper recording.
Yeah,
and how
producing
I
with, yeah.
yeah.
12 hours though, that's a long time, man.
Bro, it was a case of we used to come from every other day on the weekday and do 12 hours in pirate, then come back in the morning, then do the same thing the next day. It was mad.
On a cycle.
It was mad, but that's what made me believe. I was like, raw, like we're actually cooking up from nothing, and it's actually cold. Why? We're giving time and attention to it. I've realized who's like in my network. I've realized that I got like good friends who are producers, good friends who are cameramen, videographers, good friends who are graphic designers, you know. And then I was like, wait, hold on. That's like, you see what's unfolding.
It's piecing together.
It's piecing together into
I know
even
exactly
a bigger
what you mean.
picture. So I took it even a wider step back. So we're not going to create a YouTube show, which was initially what we wanted to do for my final major project. So that was just a YouTube show. But then I've realized that I have the great foundation to create like a music production. And then that's when I was like, bruv, if I don't do it, I'm a fool.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't want to go like work in a warehouse or anything like that, which doesn't mean that if you work in a warehouse, it's bad.
That's why I think like you've manifested like that idea into the room we're seeing in right now, which quite frankly is really fucking impressive. How did you even get this? Like, how did you, because like obviously if it started as a uni project, like, you know,
this is not a uni project no more.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, this is sick. So like, was it like just piece by piece, you know, you got...
Piece by piece, bro, like doing those 12-hour sessions, that's what really got my belief up. And then I was like, bro, we're making some good stuff. And that's when we started doing the no hooks. And then as the journey continues, whatnot, we're making like good tracks and people actually hitting us up like, yo, we want to like work with you, like produce for us and then put us on, whatnot. And then it got to a point where traveling to Birmingham every other day to pay for pirate studios, long thing. You don't even want that.
Can I just, how are you affording that? We still like at uni then?
Nah, that was like post-graduation.
Oh, post-graduation, you just like working a job to like fund that? Yeah, working jobs and that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was coming from your own pocket. Let's just say that.
Out of pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was getting long going to Brum, so you thought like,
we need a place, so we just started looking for places. Then obviously we knew about Fargo Village. You knew that obviously Coventry was like the city of culture at around these times, whatnot. It really, really helped me, the fact that Ray Session was on BC program, which was postgraduate program for entrepreneurs at BCU. And that allowed me to have a full year post-graduation mentorship. And we had a mentor, big up Richard. He was a great guy. He really, really like gave me a lot of insights and how to move in the business world, whatnot, because I didn't know how to do business other than, you know, hand in hand, they get me.
Yeah.
So that really put me on, and I was like, yeah, just reach out to them guys. And then, you know, me and Faz linked up 1 or 2 times. We were just like, yeah, let's write this email. So like we just
hello sir, I would love to or the whole lot, man.
Listen, so we write like first draft, and then when we're reading back to ourselves, we're like, this sounds moist, I delete that. And then we'll go again, and then we just like literally take time on the email, and eventually we wrote like a sick email. I remember it was a sick email. It was one of them where when you're reading it, you're just thinking, yeah, poetic, that's a great word. It was like, you can't say no to this. Like, this is a beautiful concept. You know that one's there.
Yeah.
And eventually they're like, cool, they got us in, little meetings. And then, yeah, man, we went from there, we got accepted. And then, yeah, man, we had this empty container, bro.
So you had a personal mentor who was telling you like bits and bobs. It wasn't a
personal mentor. It was like a business mentor. This guy was just like head of entrepreneurship in BCU.
Okay.
And just because obviously I started my own little business.
Yeah.
And I was on the program that received some sort of support. It was
so did they help with like funding and so on, sort of thing?
It was very minimal. However, it's huge.
It's huge, yeah.
At the start, 500 quid is a lot of money. And we just literally invested it all into the No Hook series. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just did 5 at the start.
Yeah.
And then from then we just went forward. But yeah, man, going back to the studio, we got the place, and bro, the rest is history, man.
Just kind of, it snowballs, doesn't it? Like when you kind of set yourself on that mission. And I feel like, especially like as young men, it's beautiful when we find our purpose. Do you know what I mean? And we find our purpose, our mission, and like what we want to do. And then once we figure and it clicks, you know, you go in that direction and you start meeting more people, and then, you know, your group gets bigger, you all go in this direction, the momentum goes, and the snowball just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then before you know it, you got like a multi-million-pound studio.
You got a snowman.
Carrot nose and that, yeah. But yeah, no, I think it's fantastic. I mean, you guys are on to like a really sick trajectory. Like, do you have a idea or an image what the next sort of 3 to 5 years look like for Race Sessions?
I mean, I definitely do have a direction I'm going into, and you're gonna watch it unfold.
Of course,
it's already in motion, so it's already happening, and it's brilliant because it's gonna connect more people together. It's gonna bring positivity. It's gonna uplift people, and it's gonna provide them with some fine entertainment.
I can't wait to see it, man.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait to flip and see it.
On your right.
Well, I think like that kind of covers everything today. This has been fucking Jay Parnes on Matchbox. We're joined with the brilliant Race Sessions and his fantastic crew.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you all very soon.
Sometimes it's sweet like sugar when she call me up for the pot. Sometimes it's sour like rhubarb when she taking everything too far. I'm so fly like birds. She need me a wish. Close my eyes and I fly. When I'm lit, I reminisce. She don't do no blues, drinking Henny in hotel rooms.